Maureen and Sheila, you too, and Kate and I go back quite a ways, and your parents too. The novitiate at Mount St. Mary's is where my memories go first. I was vocation director and took Kate and Maureen to a vocation program at Red Bank Catholic. I'll never forget it. It was so much fun, and I enjoyed watching them interact with their former classmates. I saw their sincerity and your love of fun and great sense of humor. Your faith was the anchor of your lives at home, in school, in Mercy. And then I had experience of community with you, Maureen, at the Mount, and we had such a good time there. Those early days kept me in good contact with Kate through you. And then when I went to South Amboy, I was with you, Sheila, and our bonds with Kate and with the family grew even closer. At that time, I remember Kate was meeting up with some challenges in her life, and we in the convent community there at St. Mary's supported her and frequently prayed with her and over her, asking God to enter into her heart ever more deeply and bring her inner healing and peace. She responded so beautifully to that and always wanted us to pray with her and over her time and time again. God's preferential love for Kate became so apparent to those of us who prayed with her. My own bond with her and hers with me was sealed at that time, and from that point on, it never wavered. As challenges persisted for Kate and challenges happened in my ministry, distance made our contact less frequent, but we did keep in touch. First, Kate sent me several greeting cards with a little note inside them, and sometimes a picture that she had drawn. I always responded to her, and whenever we referred to those pictures, the two of us would laugh. The thing is that we laughed only because her beauty was expressed in such a childlike, simple art. But it revealed her deep innocence and her connection with God through nature and people. She never focused on what she struggled with. She always focused on God's love and on the beauty that surrounded her. Maureen, you always kept me up to date on where Kate was and her progress. And whenever we saw one another at a meeting, I would always write a note and give it to you. Just a few words to send to her that she always enjoyed. Another beautiful memory that I have that I just want to share with the two of you is a visit that Rosemary Milleg and I made to Kate at her residence. It was a time when she was living in a place that was very close to Union Beach Convent, and Rosemary and I called over there to find out what a good time would be, or we checked with you, I can't remember, but we went over in the afternoon to meet with her, and it was a nice day, so we met outside. And although I think she took us in to show us her room, but she was so delighted that we had come. And, you know, like all connections with the people we really care about, when you have an encounter, it erases any missed time, and it brought all our happily shared moments together into one incredible present joy. And that's what happened. And we spent a good amount of time there, and she showed Rosemary and me her notebook with more of her writing and her artwork. We also were able at that moment to see her interacting with the people that lived there with her. Sometimes they came out of the house or that. And she had such a beautiful and kind way of interacting with everyone, and everybody greeted her. And they were interested in the fact that she had company. It was a great afternoon, and although I had to return to Maryland shortly after that, I ordered a new book for her, a new blank book, and had it sent to her there, along with a letter encouraging her to keep writing and to share her beautiful thoughts and artwork. I also wanted to remind her of our visit and how we had savored the time together. So when I got the call from Mary Cleary to tell me that Kate had died on the Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, a flood of tears came over me. I was filled with joy, shock, sorrow, surprise. I hadn't realized she had had the pandemic and that she had suffered a lot of loneliness and separation at that time. So it was good talking with Sheila and getting up to date, and also sharing through an email with you, Maureen. Just beautiful memories, and my great relief in knowing that Kate would no longer be tied to the earth and tied to some of those things that had shackled her in life. And that, so I felt the great relief in that, even though I feel so much compassion for all who loved her, especially the two of you who I know so well. But you know, her knowledge of the essence of God's life and love started here on earth, but they're now complete and limitless. And I know you're very aware of that too. It was such an honor for me to have had a touch of that in knowing her and the bond that she and I had on earth that now continues. And you know, now I see her as a strength for us. She knows fully what we might be experiencing when we're locked down, but her prayers and her freedom now and her intercession on our behalf will always be there for us, I know, moving forward. So to each of you and to your entire family, I offer my love and support and deep gratitude for sharing Kate with me. What a joy she has been in my life. Thank you.